Hi everyone. So I thought I'd give you an update. So as I was saying in some of my posts, I am eligible for RAF now. I have applied to uh, several apartment lotteries, and one of them that I think I have a good chance to get the apartment. It isn't until the early spring that the apartments will be available because they're still building them. They're still doing some construction on them. Um, so um, I was looking to see if I could use RAF for covering the costs of a hotel until I get into an apartment, which hopefully will be in the spring. I reached out to several of the extended stay hotels, and there was one hotel that was willing to take RAF, um, but she said that there was a person that tried to do RAF before, and that they needed a code that the hotel didn't have because it's a hotel, not an apartment building. So that may have been the reason. That's what the woman said. Um, so I just went ahead and started filling out the RAF application. I'm not done with it. I have it saved. I can call back the hotel and try to get the name of like the property manager and any additional information I can put in there. Um, and I can obviously provide documents for RAF, anything they need, and I know the goal usually is to use RAF for an apartment, but since I'm in between places and I was able to stay at a place for a couple of months until I find something more permanent, that would be very helpful to me. Um, but otherwise, I've been all right. I have a cold, a really bad cough, and that's really concerning to me to have a cough like this being homeless. I remember back in October, I was admitted to the hospital for a few days for a bad respiratory infection. And I don't want to have to go through something like that again. But I do hear them, you hear my voice, if you hear my cough, it's a bad cough. And I need to get checked out because when you're homeless, you're vulnerable to things like pneumonia and frostbite and all the dangers of being in the cold. So I had to get looked. I will have to get looked at tonight, and I um hope it's nothing. But I do. I feel like crap. I feel tired. I have this cold. I have low energy. It's just all been so difficult, and I'm really just hoping this will end soon and I can use RAF to secure the hotel and then get the apartment and then not be homeless anymore and try to have stability in my life like I've always had. Yeah, this is really hard. What I'm going through is very hard. It's the hardest thing I ever dealt with. But I don't want to die out there, and it's pretty cold out there. It's pretty windy. So if I start to feel sick, I gotta go to the doctors and make sure it's nothing serious. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.